Good. Are we on? I'm too high. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jesus. I look horrendous. Better. What? Where's a redness? Where is this redness coming from? That's better. We'll leave it like that. I was off in space. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. It is me. It is I. I'm in a hotel. This is live. I'm in a weird hotel because I have a balcony. I don't want to give everything away. I have a balcony, but it's all indoors. None of this is outside, is my ultimate point here. This is indoors, and it overlooks the pool. So I feel like, I can't look out the window without feeling like a pervert. There was kids in the pool the other night, and I was like, I had to immediately shut the blinds. If anyone just even glances and knows that I'm there, it's like that would be the worst thing. Underwear, diesel, they're gray. There we go. They're all there, well adjusted, back in business. You get the gist. What else? I will rant on this hotel in a minute. But I just want to say, if you have not already, make an appointment viewing to watch the latest AEW with the dear, sweet, amiable. Took it all in stride, I'll say, and discussed a lot her life and career, and her ass, and other people's asses, and a variety of body parts. And I learned a lot about her. I didn't really, that's the longest we've ever spoken, for sure. So it was nice to go, oh, okay. Very nice. Thank you for tolerating that. So go watch it. Go watch it. Go like it. Go share. Go comment. There's just some wonderful clips of it, I'm sure, that will be making their way online very, very soon. And go do it. What else do I have to say? Share, enjoy, tweet. What's his name? Tony Khan. That's it. I was thinking of Madeline Kahn. It was recently her birthday. Let's talk to the people here. Oh, I have coffee. This whole thing's messed up. Sorry, I was going to rant about the hotel. On the weekends, the lounge is closed. So, but we'll give you $18 voucher for breakfast. So you get free breakfast both days. Okay, great. Normally I don't have the breakfast there, but I'm like, you know what? Guess I got to crush breakfast. It's free. You only crush things when they're free. So I go to the breakfast and they're like, hey, the restaurant is actually closed on the weekends. We only have a breakfast buffet for $24. Nice scam. Very upset. That's why it's so odd. I'm part of a Ponzi scheme here and I don't like it. Sean said, hey, occulties, good morning, RJ. Mike said, good morning, everyone. Kevin Featherstone said, good Sunday, RJ. How's the coffee this morning? So I got this because his dick downstairs, and I don't like the cup. It's just a normal cold brew, and I have a paper cup in the room. And fuck Starbucks for doing this. They say, oh, this hotel serves Starbucks. It's like, no, this hotel serves shit with the Starbucks logo on it. That's not even your normal, regular, basic-ass coffee. Vanessa Craven is here and said, good morning to all convening to watch RJ in his mentionables. And you've done a lot of mentioning of it. Mikey G said, good morning. Can we blame Air Canada for Anna J's opinion of Canada? Yes, we can. I think if her only opinion of Canada was that Western Canada tour we did, I get it. Not holding it against her at all. Maybe she liked Toronto if she thought about it. I want to know what her Uncle Kip thought about the episode. Carly said, good morning, everyone, and RJ. Wow, even me. Emma said, good morning. Big Ben said, good morning. Vanessa Craven, I hope your coffee is hot and wonderful this morning. So do I. It's cold. So Sierra said, good morning. Sean said, I've definitely been to a hotel like that before. It's so weird. Massanity, Nails. Nails sent me a wonderful video of her husband, Rob, watching AEW this morning because there may have been a Sebastian Maniscalco impression in it. So she was delighted that he would be delighted. Jean said, good morning from Toledo. I was just there, and my, oh my. And I'll tell that story in a second. I want to talk about Tony Pacos. Neil said, thank you for making Rob's whole day. Caden said, hi, RJ. Gina said, underwear or chef's kiss this week. Thank you. Mia said, good morning. Kurt said, first time seeing you in weeks. God bless you. I guess my first question for you is, where do you get your ideas? I do a lot of journaling, and I go, is there something? Sometimes I'll just take a word like desk and say, what is a desk? And then I'll start riffing on desks, and that's really how it comes. SM said, I just want to say, as David Arquette is in the chat too, so this lines up perfectly. Just want to say, I absolutely love the trailer. I need more. So I finally, after talking about it, finally dropped that secret project that Dan and I did years ago that we never really did anything with. It's called David Arquette Got Me a Talk Show. And I just put the trailer up 2 days ago, and people, for some stupid reason, are loving it. So we have a pilot, a full pilot, and I'll be putting it up at some point. I'm not sure when yet. But people, I want to clarify, this is not a new project. This is something we did 2 years ago, 2.5, and did it. And then by the time it got done, David had other stuff he was doing. And then it was, by the time we even got a chance to take this anywhere, then I'm already in AEW. And you're like, well, there goes that. But yet we're like, wow, we have this. It was a fun fucking day. Let me put it that way. So at the very least, you can watch us have fun. It was a really nice whatever. So yeah, it's a nice trailer. You'll all like it. Mike said, cheers to her ass. It's a good one, but I prefer Scott's. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to let their asses speak for themselves. Squirrel said, good morning, everyone. Lots of good boob and butt talk on this morning's Hey. I'll say. Christine has been a member for 26 months and said, I'm sitting in Nathan Phillips Square, 5K done. So she's huffing and puffing. She's covered in sweat. She's almost shit herself. Waiting for hubby to finish his half marathon. That slow bastard. Watching RJ in his unmentionables. Well, now you've just mentioned them. It's a good day. David said, good morning, my friends. David types like Yul Brynner. Good morning, my friends. Suplexus has said, good morning, RJ and all you fine folks. We'll be watching Hey W after this show. Big fan of Anna J. And I'm happy. This is a person that you don't get to hear from that much and should be talking more and should be doing more stuff. So it's nice to see. Yolanda said, good morning, all. All I heard was ass. Like the bat signal, there was an ass in the sky. And she said, they must need me. Jessamine Duke said, well, hi. And well, hi to you. She was playing wonderful. Some Viking shit on her channel. Go watch and like and shorts of dogs. If just one dog, usually, if you're into that thing. Gina said, we find out that Anna's Uncle Kip is daddy ass, so her gimmick is lineage. Is that long-term storytelling? I don't know. You're going to have to poke around there and see. Yeah, Sean said, we proudly brew Starbucks. Yeah, this is it right here. Fucking says it on the thing. That's not it. They're lying. This isn't even the real cup. David said, hello, all. I love you. Look, David is obviously in need of this morning. Suplexus said, how about that trailer? David Arquette Got Me a Talk Show. A lot going on there, and I'm ready for it. So again, not a new show. It was an old thing that we never did something with. But why not share it? Why? We've sat on it long enough. It was with David's blessing that I put it out. Neil said, happy cultiversary and well done on the 5K, Christine. Everyone's good running, Christine. It's not a race. Squirrel said, I'm very excited to see what kind of underwear adventures you and David Arquette get into. It's not a new series. It's just the one episode. They got me to talk show once. David said, my family in Ville was based in Toledo. And am I to understand, David, that those are the same people who did the Yiddish theater and whose pictures appear in Waiting for Guffman? Emmanuel said, no questions this week, but I love the episode with Anna J. She's so chill. It was nice. You don't get to see people sometimes, They're either yelling, choking people out. Kurt said, RJ, I'm having a hard time finding your podcast with Nash. Is it behind a paywall or am I just a little slow? Well, I'm not going to comment on your speed, but yes, it's behind a paywall. I believe you have to join his Patreon thing. It's like a brand. There's a website thing. If you go to clickthis.com, it should really be clickthis.com, but nevertheless, that should have the information. Vanessa said that trailer is amazing. Post it soon. In good time. In good time. David said it's glitching because the powers that be, spoken like a true conspiracy theorist, can't handle the joy of that talk show. Yeah. Yeah, it's too much for them. Cesar said, just watch the NJ interview. You killed it again. Well, I thought she did great. Carrie said, oh, dang, first time catching it live. Usually watch on Mondays in my office at work. Well, sorry to ruin everything for you. DJ said, it's a shame Big Kev has no interest in appearing in AEW because him on Hay would be a top draw. I feel like there's a lot of people who would come on AEW without necessarily being in AEW. Mickey James has straight up asked to be on. She's like, how do we do this? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not the boss. You probably have to talk to him. But I would love to do that. Matt Cardona, Chef DeLander asked to be on. Marty Bell asked to be on. Like, you can just it's just an open door, you know. Neil said, I'm on the lookout for Anna Jay's hair versus hair match. We'll post it when I find it. She gave the woman a full haircut. Kurt said, a number of weeks ago, I asked Sean Ross Sapp and Jimmy Van on their Wednesday podcast their opinions on you, and my word, they love some RJ, especially Jimmy. That's because they're pieces of shit. And they just leech on whenever it's popular. Let me suck the energy off of this. Give me some news. Give me some news. And I said, go to hell. You won't get a peep out of me. For someone who's so in the know, who has his finger on the pulse, certainly had no idea when I was going to WWE. Certainly had no idea when I was going to AEW. Where are this man's fucking sources is my question. Boo Meanie said, good morning. Oh, hello, Meanie. David said, is it just me? I think you're the only one who is glitching, David. So, sorry. Maybe just Jimmy with the antenna on the roof. Pogirl said, Yule with hair. Oh, SM said that hers is glitching too. Well, maybe you could adjust his. Vanessa said, speaking of Yul Brynner, thoughts on the King? Not as good as Westworld. You know, I like the music. Isn't that getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, I hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, it's easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the wonderful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. You will shock me always like as an angry penis. If Pixar had to do a movie about an angry penis, you would get Yul Brynner and say, just stand there. You're doing it. Gene said, Toledo has one of the easiest arenas to find that I've seen on road trip because there's dick around. Gonna see if the Handel's ice cream here is as good as the one in Indianapolis before I head back home. Gene, I don't know what you're doing for lunch, but I'm gonna suggest that you stop at Tony Paco's. Tony Paco's Cafe. It's like a hot dog joint. They have like hot dogs and pierogies. And Jamie Farr, MASH's cross-dressing Jamie Farr, grew up across the river from Tony Paco's. Used to go there as a kid, loved it so much that he worked it into 2 MASH scripts. Isn't that unbelievable? And so it became a hot spot for celebrities. And they would sign hot dog buns, and they would put them in glass cases on the walls, and they're all over the walls. And go. I had a horrible time, but go. DJ said, recent AEW has featured more ass than any wrestling program between Daddy Ass, Anna Jay, the Ass-Eating Savages, and that ass-centric Tony Storm, Kira Hogan match. Truly breaking new ground. The Attitude Era is back, baby. What people want to see is asses. It's whatever. We just live, now I'm going to rant about society. We live in a truly violent society in the sense that, you know, violence has progressed on television. You know, things get more and more graphic in that sense. But then it's like, can't say vagina. We stopped at ass and breast and penis. It's still weird. You can't talk about vagina parts. Um, it's fascinating. But violence is okay. We're really like that WB Roadrunner. Like, God forbid, Wile E. Coyote say, vulva or something. Gene said, glitching a bit here, but I was just blaming the hotel internet. Yeah, I have shit. I'm on the shit hotel internet too. Joe said, I joined, click this, just for your interview with Nash. It was amazing. It was a great interview. Go enjoy it. We had a swell time. Sublex said, just seen the new Exorcist last night. Minor spoiler. There's more bed pissing in this one. And that's how it opens. Am I a fan of the original? Not really. Like, the scary scenes are great. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot. Any plans watching any horror movies over the October month? Yes. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. My dear friend Mario Cantone is hosting on TCM. He's the guest programmer all this month, every Tuesday. And he plays double features. And they're so good. They are so good. And if it's ones you don't know, they're going to be good because Mario's picking them. So strap in. Mikey said, the package of my high anxiety, which you can buy at rootlesscoffee.com, has arrived. Took about 2 weeks to get to Regina, I bet. Grabbing a French press so I can enjoy it properly. Thank you. My dear friend AJ also got it and posted about it. It was incredibly kind of her. Now said, Marty Bell was in the building last night. Yes, she was. Having fun doing whatever that thing is she does. Poe Girl said, today was one of those hard to wake up days. I'll say. On my third cup of Rootless already, which you can buy at rootlesscoffee.com. I'll grind my own. Also want to say, if you want a tote bag, and who the fuck doesn't? You want the best-selling tote bag in the business. And you can get the Wrestle Ants tote bag. It's the only tote bag up there on shopaew.com. Molly said, I'm glitching too. Claire said, just joined it. I'm glitching. All right. What do you want from me? Sean said, it's glitching, but it's still here. Gina said, can you possibly do the Cardona, Steph DeLander, hey, on the cruise? Maybe a special content, not under the Hey W banner, but similar concept. We did a live Hey W 2 All Outs ago at the pre-party. And I had Renee Paquette as a surprise guest before she was signed with the company. So I think I really gave her the rub. Can you do You're the Inspiration by Chicago in the style of Timeless Tony Storm? I've never heard of this song. I am on like the wrong shitty Wi-Fi here. And I don't know if I should, it keeps switching to the conference room. Oh, here we go. You're the Inspiration. This is incredibly slow. I don't want to switch and then I'll lose. Oh, what a dilemma. Oh, what do you do? No, I'm going to stay the course right now. Let's just hang in there. Where's the lyrics? Let me find the lyrics, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Let this shit load. The internet is horrible here. Kurt said, RJ, if you worked in an office and you're only allowed 2 framed pictures on your desk, what would be in those frames? You're glitching 25% of the time. What would be in those frames? I have a Paul Lynde autograph I love, and I have a nice picture of Madeline Kahn and Grover. I hope that works for you. It's loading. Oh my God, it is so slow. I don't want to, but then if I switch and then the stream dies, then Miss Handy said, is the video that you posted of your appearance on TV Guidance Counselor just the video of that episode or bonus content? It's just the video. However, he does edit quite meticulously. So I feel like it's bonus content, and there's probably some things in there that did not make the final cut. My hot political rant. Vanessa thanks me for the rendition because she loves the king and I. Good for you. Poe Girl said Westworld gave her nightmares. The lyrics is still not coming up. I got to do it off my phone. Okay, I'm gonna do it off my phone. You're the inspiration. Chicago lyrics. Here we go. And it's just style of Tony Storm, which I think is rude. You know, our love was meant to be the kind of love that lasts forever, and I want you here with me from tonight till the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul, baby. You're the meaning in my life. You're the big inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. I want to have you near me. I want to have you saying, no one needs you more than I do. And I know, yes, I know that it's plain to see, so in love when we're together. Now, I know that I need you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, you're always on my mind. You're in my heart. You're in my soul. Want to have you near me. I want to have you hear me saying, no one needs you more than I do. Oh, dang, nothing was ruined in the slice. Okay, great. Mike said, speaking of ass and penis, are you watching Naked Attraction on me? What can I have in my hand that would make you happy? And we decided on a ginger shot, a shot of apple cider vinegar, and a cold plunge, to the surprise of no one. Gene said, I'll check Pacos on a future trip, if not today. I'll probably come back for a future AEW show or to see the aforementioned Mr. Jamie Farr's favorite baseball team, the Toledo Mudheads. We were in the, what arena? It was like the Toledo Mackerels, Walleyes, or some shit last night. Green Mark said, so when do the WrestleHands make their in-ring debut? We've been in the ring. We opened Forbidden Door in the ring. That was the debut. Pogo said, so the new Exorcist is like watching a blackout drunk. Good. Mia said, did you hear Monk is returning for a special on Peacock? Which I probably can't promote. Yes, I did. And I have a very special connection to it that I'm sure you will all find out at some point soon. SM said, have you watched the new Frasier yet? Nope, not gonna. Don't need to. Pierce isn't in it, and that tells me everything I need to know. Nail said, ahoy, EW? Maybe. Gene said, a series of Monk specials in the style of 80s, 90s Perry Mason specials. I could get behind it. Yeah, I think Monk should just genre hop. Matt Sandy said, have you seen some new Frasier? Already answered it. Suplex said, with all this recent UFO talk, when are they not talking about UFO? We're talking about UFOs all the time. If you had an alien on Hey W, what would you ask it? I would say, why bother? Why? This is a waste of your time. And I hope you would understand. DJ said it's a good time with Tony Storm. Oh my! An Impact ring announcer and a host and gal about town, Jade Chung said, checking in. Glad you're still alive. Did you hear I was dead? Was there an accident I wasn't aware of? Haven't seen you there in a while. What's that supposed to mean, Jade? That sounds like a threat. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Pick up a newspaper. I'm in there. Efren, wonderful game show host. Efren is here and said, hi, RJ. We need to get a Sunset Boulevard shirt for Tony. She's got 2 shirts. They say chin up. They say tits out. And I think she's... And why did Norman Desmond never put her breasts in the air? Maybe she would have had a different end. Nail said, Timeless Tony is black and white on AEW's website, and it's fabulous. Do you have a tits out shirt? I have the original, the one with her 8x10 on. It's dear to me. Gina said, you're the inspiration was my wedding song with my first husband. If that doesn't tell you need to know. The slow loading issue must be associated with that song, and that's why we are no longer married. Ta-da. Gene said, excellent. Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. Rob said, any chance the next Timeless Tony Storm premiere can be a riff on some Buster Keaton slapstick skits? Hey, I don't do these. You could talk to the lady. She only has Instagram, I believe, so good luck. Typo said he already interviewed Chris Statlander, Suplexer says. Oh, yeah, I did. We did talk a lot about aliens. Vanessa Craven said, "Boy, Toledo has some shit internet." Yeah, what did you expect? A 5G kind of town? DJ said, "Speaking of wrestlers and politics, are there any chance worth voting for? Whoever will we ever clear? Are there any that are worth voting for, or will we never clear the low bar of Jesse Ventura?" Well, you got Kane, and B. Brian Blair ran for mayor or something. Trying to think if there's any other ones. I think that's it. Jesse Ventura was a great bar, and I say that knowing none of his politics at the time. He is someone who I thought, oh, I want to tweet like a joke tweet about getting him on Hay. And then I thought about it for like a split second, and I was like, I think we can actually get him. So I'm going to hold off on the tweet. Efren said, I sang If You Leave Me Now 3 times on stage with Chicago for the American Cancer Society. And that was 3 times in a row. He just kept singing it, and they just kept playing. Which is amazing. What? Did they ask you? How did you do this? Pogo said, I glitched for the first time this morning. Gene said, Danhausen for president, RJ for prime minister. Yeah, I want the burden. Everyone's telling me I'm frozen. Oh, gee. Oh, Jesus. Am I frozen? Neil said, Spaces is fine. Everyone on Spaces, your phone, at least keep the audio go. Oh, my God. I've been talking this whole time, and I'm frozen. Let me get through these comments. Gene said, the walleye. They're the Toledo walleyes. Kurt said, the way you said. Let me go back. Jesus. Oh, Typo said, oh, he's back. So good thing I hung in there. Sorry, everyone. That's not my fault. Leo said, would you wear the APA always pounding ass bar and grill shirt? Yeah, I would. I think it's great. Neil said, oh, yeah, thank you. We did this already. Black and White Gaming Production said, good morning, ya hottie with a body. How are you this morning? Perturbed. Neil said, Jade is also a wrestling photographer now. Some awesome shots on Impact's website. Plug. Well, that's unethical. Blue Meanie said, I'm all about the UFO news going on. Oh, so many things are happening. And it's like, just fucking get here already. Seriously. Leo said, are you a boob man or an ass man? I like just a good hip. Christine said, SM, you could just bring a bucket of chicken like my cheap-ass boss did once. Leo said, which wrestler does the Ronald Reagan impression? You're thinking of Ring of Honor ring announcer Bobby Cruz. Well, Nancy. And he also does... did I tell this? I feel like I told this already. He said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And Mike Bennett had to correct him and say, I think it's Gorbachev. But it's a great impression. Black and White Gaming Production said, Linda McMahon was Trump's Small Business Association head. It's not an elected position, though. Yeah, we're not counting that one. Miss Sandy said, Jesse Ventura won with 37% of the vote, which means 63% of the state did not vote for him. That's what I like to hear. I was too young at the time to appreciate. I mean, I had basically no political knowledge at the time at all. But I would love to go back like day by day of that run and the election and what he actually did. I'm now fascinated. Mike said, did Bob Backlund run for Congress? I don't think he actually ran. Maybe he was like, whatever that was like, I'm a write-in candidate. Like, I don't think it was serious. Leo said, Sank 2024. You ready for President Sank? And he's my favorite OVW wrestler. Big Sank. Gene said, all Toledo has shit internet, not just the cheap suburban motel. It's a pricey motel. Suplexus said, do you think Juice Robinson and Dalton Castle sound similar when they freak out and yell? Yeah! Yeah? Huh? You can't tell which one I'm doing, right? So I think that gives you your answer. Christine said, my boss used to bring, we're taking calls about the worst bosses you've had here on the morning drive. Christine said, my boss used to force us to bring coffee in for him. He was a peach, I bet, but he got a lot of free coffee. Gene said, you were frozen. I had to refresh and play whack-a-mole with the ads a couple times. Thank you. Leo said, Do you remember that Rikishi shirt that had a picture of his ass on it? Yes. I also remember. And sometimes you look back and you tell a story from your past and you go, wow, that was a fucked up time. And here's a fine example of that. WrestleMania 18 was in Toronto. Access. And Access was like pretty brand new at the time. So this was like, oh my God. And they had these bronze casted wrestlers or body parts of wrestlers set up, and you go take pictures with them. And one of them was Stacy Keibler's legs and ass. And in my raging hormonal state, I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, wanted to go take a picture with it. It's me, my dad, and my brother. My father said, absolutely not. However, he said, you can take a picture with Rikishi's ass. So we did. We got it. And very, very, yeah. I grew closer to my father that day. Gene said, I was a bit disappointed we didn't get a Dalton Castle appearance last night. I don't know where he was. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make these decisions. Nail said, if AEW won't give you a graphic, we should plug other companies. Wow, playing hardball. Nail said, have you spoke to Adam Copeland yet? Yes, I have. Just briefly. It was a hi, hello. But then last night, commented on my loafers and the little socks I wear underneath them. And he likes the little socks because he can't do the barefoot loafer. And neither can I. It's disgusting. It just ruins your feet. It's terrible. So I think he gets it. I don't know if he knows about AEW yet, but he gets it. Christine said, I can't do my usual subscription thingy because I'm on my phone. Christine, you just finished a fucking marathon. Give yourself a rest, will you? Pogirl said, yep, just what this chat needs is politics on an empty stomach. Can somebody look up for me what Jesse did in office, like what he's responsible for? Leo said, there are some absolutely terrible bosses that I work with. Scum of the earth, truly. But that's upper management for you. Pogirl said, don't most guys sound alike when they freak out and yell? Do I sound like that? I once had a male friend whose voice sounded like Minnie Mouse when he got mad. Oh my. I don't even know what Minnie sounds like. I can't do Mickey. I can't do anything. DJ said Rikishi was probably the most legit ass gimmick of all time. What an ass on that guy. I think Yoko had the bigger ass. If we're going to go ass to ass, we're going to go cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. You know who used to do that a lot? They would do sentences and they would break into song and then they would keep talking. Regis and Kathy Lee. He would be like, "Oh boy, you won't believe who I saw at the Blue Dolphin last night. Me and Joy went there. We had a nice little dinner. And behind her head in the booth across of us was Mickey from the Monkees. And I saw her face, and I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Anyway, the Mets lost again. I missed that show. These Instagram, I follow that post clips. That motherfucker would blow 20 minutes, opening segment, going through newspapers. Let's see what else is in the news. Not remotely produced, yet so easy to watch. So easy. There's a really good clip of them. I'm sure I shared it at some point where there was an accident, an elevator. You see this building here, they're constructing it, and it toppled on this other apartment building and crushed this lady. Well, you know who just had a new baby? Jodie Foster. And then they, of course, light the applause sign. That's the shit I miss. Josh said, Anna J episode was great, but you didn't ask if she was related to famed magician and rock on tour, Ricky J. No, I did not. And I'm okay with that. Leo said, I just saw a video of Stacy Keibler having that cast done. I know, how fucking objectifying. You know? We're going to make a cast of, well, I mean, look, as I say that, as I prance around in my underwear. Gene said, oh no, my hotel is a cheap suburban motel. Due to a bit of Scottish ancestry and influence from my Depression era grandparents. Aren't all grandparents at this point Depression era? I'm always looking to grab the bargains. Kurt said Stacy Keibler is the most attractive female wrestler of all time. Plus, she loved Bret Hart. But who doesn't? Nell said Eddie Kingston is a sock guy too. Great. I don't need to know about Eddie. Sweet. Neil said I should get Adam some socks and entice him to the program. I'm working on it. He just got here. I don't want to be like, hey, buddy, but I'm writing it. I'll tell you. Gina gifted 5 memberships. Blue Meanie, Leashy, Amy, Michael, Elliot. You all have memberships now, and please do thank Gina for that. Christine with a lovely 6 tribute. I'm feeling all emotional. No request. Just stay delightful. Love you all. She's feeling emotional because her body is tired. She's breaking down. SM wants Freak on a Leash by Korn in any style. All right. Let me see what the lyrics are first. Freak on a Leash. Lyrics. This is Joe Piscopo doing Frank Sinatra. Something takes part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something's wrapped and taken from me, Life's gotta be always messing with me. Can't they chill and let me be free? Can I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain, and I got varicose, babe. Sometimes I cannot take this place. What are we talking about? The Desert Inn? Sometimes my life I cannot taste. Hey, bud, nice palate. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. Then get out of the cold. You'll never see me fall from grace, because I'm already lying face down. Something takes a part of me, and you and I were meant to be a cheap fuck for me to lay. I've been there before. Something takes a part of me, feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release until I go to the massage room. How many times have I felt deceased? It happened once and they hit me with the defib. Nothing in my life is free. Go fight something on the Mingaboo. Fight something, they fight, so something on the Mingaboo. Mingaboo, boo, boo, I'm a part of you. Cheap fuck, Freak on a Leash. That was Freak on a Leash by Joe Piscopo as Frank Sinatra. Hope that worked. Hope that worked for everyone. Niels is using the appropriate Sylvia emoji. Thank you. Mike said Shane Taylor is packing some ass. I will speak to him about it. DJ said Adam Copeland getting a Hey episode before Christian Cage would be another injustice. Let me tell you about Christian Cage. The offer is out there, and I think he will. I think he will do it. I hope so. He's just really busy right now. He's got a lot going on. So I hope that works for everybody. I hope you all really liked it. Vanessa said, you're a big fan of talk shows. Have you ever attended any? No, I did write for one. So, yeah, I mean, in that sense, yes. It was not a talk show in the strictest sense. I also went to a taping of the Royal Canadian as a child. There's no, I never went to Letterman or not. That would always seem boring to me. I did go to, and this I hated, America's Got Talent. I got tickets when I was once. I took a lady friend who my grandmother said was too fast for me. Turned out to be right. And we went, taping was like fucking 4 hours, and they take your phone, and if you want to go to the bathroom, you got to ask permission because I got to fill your seat. It's like, fuck this. So one of the most annoying, really terrible, really, really terrible. Did not like it. Still not going. Mayor Sandy said, apparently, Jesse Ventura did some tax reform, pretty good, and started construction of a light rail in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Not that bad. Nice job, Jesse. Congrats. Poe Girl said, I love Depression-era people. They appreciate the smallest thing, and they love talking about the Depression. Joe said that Regis was top-notch. Eve just said, hey, and I will remind you again, go watch the Hey W with Anna J immediately. Leo said, do you remember when Stacy Keibler dated George Clooney? Do you remember when Tori Wilson dated A-Rod or Derek Jeter? What a weird time to be reading People magazine. Kurt said, love the dynamic between Regis and Letterman. Regis was on the Lake Show a dozen times. Dave went to Regis once and looked uncomfortable the whole time. You know, there's a very funny, I actually just sent it to Nug like 2 weeks ago. Regis went on Letterman as a surprise, dressed as Shrek. This was, I guess, at the height of Shrek. And every line of it is funny. It's like every single line. And it's not, you don't think of Regis as being funny, you know? But then you're like, oh, no, yeah, he was. This is amazing. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees at the Blue Dolphin. Anyway, Joy had a really hearty salad. I got the sea bass. Let's see who else. New York Post and see who else passed away. Gene said, Stacy is great, RJ is great, but Kyrie Sane is the only one who really does it for me. All right, this is not a whack-off session. Kurt said, once on Twitter, it's a good way to start anything. Once on Twitter, lost my place. Once on Twitter, my predictive text used Gobbler instead of Keebler. Stacy Gobbler. It was during her Clooney days. God bless. Pogirl said, wasn't Regis with Joey Bishop many years ago? Here's your little history lesson. Joey Bishop had a talk show. Regis had bounced around morning radio, hosting local shows. I think this was his first national show. And he was the sidekick, as an Ed McMahon would be. At that time, Jack Parr had walked off The Tonight Show, which is another story, in protest. But it made everyone go, oh, my God. And it was the talk of the town. And when he came back, he got great ratings. So Joey Bishop said, let's stage a walkout and make everyone think it's real. Made Regis Philbin walk off the show because he's like, I don't like the critics. He's saying I'm not making it and I'm not doing well and I'm not testing well. So I'm leaving. And he walked during like the opening of an episode. And then Joey Bishop had to host the whole thing himself after. And he's like, oh, I hope we can get Regis to come back. And it was a whole fucking thing. Regis ends up coming back. But it was a cheap stunt. They never revealed that it's a stunt until decades later. I'm talking probably within the past 20 years. And it didn't save the show, obviously. And he really hated doing it. And he was embarrassed about it. So there's a nice little, what is on my, thanks. Nobody fucking told me. Christine said, my up by DMX yesterday, and we laughed because you just thought of RJ doing it. Just think about it, and then you can laugh. Mia said, my cheat meal today is pizza, chips, and ice cream. I'm excited. There will be some pizza involved. Maybe some oatmeal. I don't know. I'm feeling hearty. Gina said, I have to catch the bus to head over to New York Comic-Con, where I believe Danhausen is. And I think I'm going to skip the headphones and just watch everyone's reaction to RJ. Well, good luck. The least weird thing going on there. I wouldn't say, you're not going to ruin anyone's day. Nell said, now that we've had Prince Nana, I think my new mission should be Ian and Caprice. You and Ian could probably talk for hours. I've said it again. Ian Riccoboni is a piece of shit. Flat. Stop. Period. Don't want to discuss it any further. Tybo said, I'm getting audio cutting out the entire time. I unfortunately cannot help you because of where the fuck I am. DJ said, would you take over the Late Late Show if given the offer, or are you loyal to Hay? Well, let's see what the offer is first. But yeah, I would love to. And Hay can make me an offer. Why isn't my other question is, to that I would say, why isn't Hay on TBS or TNT? People saying, put this on TV. Just shove it in Dynamite. It's a big deal. TJ said, we should get Taylor Swift together with Stoke or something like that. It would be great for business. It's all stupid. It's all stupid and bad. Leo said, Tay-Tay. Oh, we're not talking about Ty Conte. We're talking about Taylor Swift. We'll probably date a wrestler once that football player thing falls apart. We should. Well, I could not care less. Whatever. I want to know who BB Newirth is dating. Gene said, sorry, but the which wrestlers are hot thing was already out of the bag a bit by the time I got to it. Yeah, okay, fine. Mike said, there's a good go-to bar in South Philly called the Blues. It's a legendary place in these parts, but there's no Mickey Dolenz. Davy Jones passed away. We're all very sad. We miss him very much. So Alexis said, remember the devil stick hacky sack craze back in the day? I had devil sticks. And you would do one rudimentary trick and you'd be like, all right, that's it for me. Adrian just wrote, Shayna Baszler, my wife. Congrats to you. Dragon said, I bet you do a hell of a John Lovitz impression. Yeah. Hope that works. Human Cube said, RJ City, a.k.a. Anti-RJ, a.k.a. best hair on TV. You were the best. That's not really helpful. Pogo said, Regis was the most popular, boring person ever in entertainment television. It was either him or Larry King. Had been on more hours of television than anyone ever. Vanessa Craven said, as a child, as a baby Craven, if you were cast, if I was a child, if you were to go on Ed McMahon's Star Search, what would you perform? Well, my go-to acts were non-professional tap dancing to I'm Singing in the Rain by Gene Kelly and my Ethel Merman impression. I would do There's No Business Like Show Business, and I would murder. That was around my school, parents at birthday parties. It was a hot fucking act. So Sierra said, please give some words of encouragement as I will be receiving my first disability case this week, and I feel ill-equipped to make such life-altering decisions about complete strangers. So that's Sierra's new job. She's making disability care, disability decision. She got a case and they approve or deny the disability. There's nothing to encourage. You must remain neutral. You must go in without any expectations. Because what if they're trying to scam the system? What if they're just lazy people who don't actually qualify? It could go either way. Don't lead with the sympathy. Lead with the logic. Nail said, Danhausen is heading to Tennessee today. He was at the Comic-Con yesterday. Look, I don't have a fucking calendar for that guy. What do you want from me? Human Cube said, what's your opinion on Dustin Diamond, a.k.a. Screech? I got stories. He lived a town over from me. Let's put the stories aside. And the porn and the spiral and the whole and the death. Didn't think he was funny. Didn't like that show. And he, as a huge product of that show, didn't like him. Sorry to bring down the room. Leo said, hey, can be on True TV. It's way more well thought out than fucking Practical Jokers. Jesus. What if you say, oh, can you shave my legs? That's really what we're doing? Maurice said, hey, Debbie really could be a segment on TV. Jade chimed in. Jade hated everything for the past 20 minutes and finally chimed in. And I love devil sticks. Let's battle. Are you doing your podcast, Jade? I can do your podcast now. Mike said, the Go-Go Bar. The ladies show the goods there at the Blue Dolphin. All right. V said, my teacher made us all make those devil sticks and plan routines. It was a mess of kids getting hit in the face mostly. It was. We tried. I was a bop it man. GLB Music said, hello, RJ said, I haven't watched Hey W yet. Woke up late though with Anna J. I sure will after your stream. Go watch it. Just pause this and go watch it. Gene said, devil sticks. Weren't they Drake's cakes? Wait, those are devil dogs. You're thinking of the whole Little Debbie line. Human Avenger said, good morning. I'm late. Have you ever worn boxers? That's all. I have. I'm not crazy about them. Too loose. Like in France. I like to know where everything is. V said, lead with compassion and not ableism would be better advice. No. V, you're wrong. You don't lead with compassion. You lead with logic. I'm sure there's a strict guideline, and some people meet the requirement, and some people don't. And what if they're on the other end? How do you know these cases? What if they are scamming the system, let's just say? How would you be able to check that if you are leading with compassion? That's what you got to think about. Christine said, I love that RJ's advice is be suspicious of the disabled. They're not disabled. So Sierra really, decides if they qualify or not. So, here go. Some would be, some would not be. You would think, or else why do you need to decide? That's what that's what she has to think about. I don't have to think about anything. Jade said, V, your teacher set you up. Jade's not listening to me now at all. Selectors said John Lovett's on Wedding Singer was great. Also has the wonderful Alexis Arquette in it. Miss Annie said, saw Dustin Diamond at a bar near me once. That's pretty much the entire story. Kurt said, would you appear on Conan's podcast, or would you feel weird following Danhausen? No, I would. I think Danhausen was on like a different version of it. I would like to go in that little room, that cold little room they have, and get cozy and have him. And then he's got his own backup laughers, let's be honest. Easy E said, whoa, we just dunking on dead people now? Isn't that Christian Cage's gimmick? No, nobody mentions more dead people than me. The difference is the people I mentioned have been dead for at least 20 years. Leo said, do you remember Dustin Diamond on TNA? Do you remember Danny Bonaducci on TNA? Do you remember, I think Dennis Rodman was there too. I got to get Jeff Jarrett back on the show. Mr. Thock said, who was your favorite Golden Girl? You don't know my work at all, Mr. Thock, do you? Just as I thought, Mr. Thock. Dorothy, you idiot. Jay said, special episode comeback of See You Next Tuesday with RJ. That's 2 years in the making. It's a reunion. I knew if I avoided it long enough, it would just go away. Neil said, you're loving that swinging chair. Well, normally I'm standing and leaning, and I'm just so free. Blumini said, I tagged with Dustin Diamond once against Gangrel and Luna. What one word to describe that experience? Sam said, glad you're still alive. Again, Jade's propagated a rumor that I'm dead. Leo said, Anna Jay is the most gorgeous woman in wrestling, in my opinion. Vanessa said, cheat day fare for today. I said pizza later. And there's got to be some ice cream. The Dairy Queen, there's a Fluffinator Blizzard not available in Canada right now. That bothers me. Kurt said, have you wrote any speeches post 5th grade? Multiple eulogies? Yeah, a couple. I think a couple of speeches. Sublexus said, when Belding, we're getting into building lore now, said to Screech, you cantaloupe. And Screech said, who you calling a cantaloupe, you melon head? That was pretty funny. Yeah, I'll give him that one. Human Cube said, allegedly, there may be a video of some kids in 2010 pulling a Mario Lopez scarecrow on Dustin Diamond's doorstep with a note saying, you'll never be as cool as Slater, and him chasing. I would love to find that. Leo said, did you fancy Nicole Bass? At that age? Yeah. Not her. I mean, at the age I was at. First name John said, great Hey episode. Good morning. Great morning. I say back to you. Gene said, I think you have to be a dead dad before Christian mentions you. Fair enough. Easy said, Danny Bonaducci had a future, but he can no longer remember it. Rob said, no more Jeff Jarrett. Remember when he did that episode of Hey, and everyone's like, oh my God, that is pretty hot. Everyone felt weird about it. Leo said, how often do you get ghosted? I was supposed to have a date today, but I got ghosted. It's a thing that happens. I think some people just like being on the apps. And they go, I don't want to meet in person. And it's not you. They just like talking to people that way. So move on. They just ghosts. I got ghosted once. It was just haunted. I had a dead relative. So haunting. I'm ghosting you. And they would not be quiet. Lishi said, Danny Bonaducci on TNA just unlocked memories I forgot I had. Nell said, poor Mr. Thock paid $5 for the most well-known RJ fact and got sassed. Right in the Thock. Sam said, you know about Fluffinator? That's a New England thing. No, it's not. No, I mean, it's not a New England thing. It's from there, fine. But, come on. It's not like on the cutting edge of technology. Sean said, fun fact, the real RJ died in 2012 and was replaced by his brother as the star of Splatterlat, but I'll never tell. Pogo said, also, Leo, don't try to date around Halloween. Really nice. First name John said the Gurf Jarrett episode was easily one of the best. Mass Andy said, why do we say ghosted when people disappear? Don't ghosts linger? That's what I'm saying. That was the whole joke. These people don't know ghosts if it seeped through their walls. He said, is ghosting new? Did it exist before online and apps? Yeah, they never called me back. I left a message. I never heard from them. Yes, yeah. But people are so accessible now that it takes a lot more to really ghost them. Human Cube said, I'll unearth the footage and possibly send you a video on Instagram by next week. It was a possible that every other week thing. It was a possible, what? They were going to Dustin Diamond's house every other week? Christine said he's catching up. Someone say something. SM said, did he just say girth? No, he said Gurf Jarrett. Amanda said, hello and goodbye. Traveling today. I'll catch the replay later. Sam said it was called flaking then. He's a flake. This guy's a flake. I waited for you. You didn't show up. That's why today's ghosting is much better. Kevin Featherstone, the king of ghosting. Kevin Featherstone is the new ghost dad. Kurt said, Jarrett was my favorite Hey episode. You're very professional. Won him over. When he let his guard down, it made for great content. God bless Don Knotts. That was a beautiful moment. Christine said, Amanda, I was wondering where you were. Well, I've all caught up on the chat now. Amanda's driving home from the Toledo collision. This week or next week, Houston, and then I think I'm going to Memphis. I'm pulling a double next week. I think the week after, too. It never ends. This crazy life we need. Vanessa said, we needed a new ghost dad. Loved the old one. Can't watch it anymore. Real shame. Miss Hannah said, how far in advance are you recording Hey now? Well, I'm in it every week, so it ebbs and flows. I used to come in once a month and do 4 or 5 in a row in the span of 2 hours. But no, I would say at least 3 or 4 episodes ahead because they have to be edited and mixed and it's a show that is obviously not up to the minute. So we can tape it earlier. So when we try to, we try to. It's not like I tape it yesterday and they can turn it around to today. There's not enough time. There's not enough time. Pogo said Danny Bonaduce used to be a DJ in Detroit years ago. Sam said the Taz and Jared episodes are among the best. Well, I say so is the NHA one. You don't believe me? Go fucking watch it. And go comment on it. Go like it. Go share it. Go tell her she's doing a wonderful job and that they should let her talk more and do nice things from it. Go support. This is, it's like community service. You feel good about yourself. All right. That's the show. Listen to me get off this chair. Listen to this sound. Oh, my God. That hurt. There you go. There's the underwear. There's the whole kit and the caboodle. And until next time, Godspeed.